In our eyes, DXN success is not about luck, but about a consciously built journey defined by learning, persistence, and serving others. Our story in 14 years has led us to the DXN Crown Ambassador level, the second in Europe, and it is a good example of what success means in practice.
For us, DXN and Genotherapy are not a flashy label, but a way of life that we have built step by step. The Crown Ambassador level is not just the highest step of a marketing plan, but the proof that with disciplined learning and focused work, an ordinary person can break free from the rat race, can, so to speak, change caste.
We did not have a huge starter capital, a ready-made team, or a lightning-fast breakthrough. But we had a sponsor who often believed in us more than we believed in ourselves. And there was an alternative natural healing method, Genotherapy, which at first we could only believe, and later we already saw with our own eyes and experienced that it is capable of wonders. For us, this was never really about money. Of course, it is a wonderful thing that by helping others, we can also help ourselves. And we are grateful that it is enough if we focus on helping. But for us, the picture comes together this way. This is how we feel that we are in the right place, walking our own path.
Our DXN story did not start with success in the very first month. In fact, at the beginning, we mostly practiced patience, failure, and starting over. We quickly had to realize that the reason it was not going the way we wanted was that we simply were not doing it well enough yet. That was when we understood that if success does not come, the reason is that we still have to learn. There is nothing wrong with the system, nothing wrong with the company or the market. It was we who had to develop. We realized that success is not an instant result, but a process in which the greatest bonus is actually the professional and personal growth that we ourselves go through on the way.
The big change came when we decided that we would not build our future on luck, but on knowledge. We started to study marketing, website building, newsletter writing, and we dived ever deeper into the world of Genotherapy and medicinal mushrooms. We recognized that if we want to reach people online, then we need a professional presence. Our own website, regular content, a well-built mailing list, and educational materials that give real value to people. Fortunately, we are not afraid of work, because even then and ever since, we have invested an unimaginable amount of energy into this. This is when the future success started to be built on stable, long-term foundations.
Along the way, we tried a lot of methods, we watched successful people, and we learned from everyone from whom it was worth learning. There were methods that never worked and others that worked for a while and then no longer. As the world changes, we also had to adapt. Just like in nature, the species that survive are those that are able to adapt. Slowly, the focus shifted from the business opportunity to Genotherapy. More and more, success started to be about how we could help those for whom their health had become the biggest challenge.
The real big breakthrough came in 2022 when I started posting short videos on social media. Facebook and TikTok give a reach that you cannot achieve in traditional ways. True, the noise is big as well, but it is only a matter of marketing knowledge whether someone can stand out from the crowd. In these short videos, I talked about the basics of Genotherapy in a simple, easy-to-understand way, about its principles and the frequently asked questions. Sharing real product experiences also became incredibly powerful. As a result of consistent presence, more and more people started to follow, to ask questions, and to share my videos. In this way, I became, in the eyes of many, an ambassador of Genotherapy, a kind of influencer. The real secret of this success was that people believed me. I managed to build trust.
From the outside, people often only see that the business is working. Behind the scenes, this means a huge amount of invisible work. Many days go by with us answering emails and messenger messages from morning till night. One person writes about their blood pressure, another wants to strengthen their immune system, and another wants to help a family member. During the many phone calls, on the other end of the line, there is not just a simple complaint, but a complex life situation, a difficult human destiny unfolding.
There were days when 90 people contacted me from 6:30 in the morning until 9:30 at night. How exhausting this is can only be understood by someone who has done it. But the fantastic results, the grateful feedback, and the spark of hope in people's eyes are worth all the effort. Really, these words may sound too solemn, but they are still true. This success is not a one-time big hit, but the result of continuous selfless building.
Reaching the Crown Ambassador level, the second in Europe, is a huge honor, but at the same time it is also a message to everyone who is only at their first steps today. This level proves that completely ordinary people can free themselves from the rat race without any special superpowers.
If we were to call anything special, it would be work, capacity, trainability, focus, human kindness, and empathy. The company rewards this level with exclusive bonuses, prestige and special recognition, but for us the most important thing is that we have been able to have a positive impact on many lives. The grateful, often deeply moving feedback shows this best. Our philosophy of success is clear. We believe in knowledge-based network marketing, not motivation-based.
One of the most important gifts of DXN success is freedom. After many years of persistent work, we have reached the point where it is no longer the alarm clock and the holiday schedule that determine our days, but we do. This does not mean that we work less. Often we work even more. But it means that we do what we love. We teach, we help, we build relationships, we travel and give presentations. For us, success means that it has brought financial independence and freedom of time while we see the meaning of our work every day. Over the years, countless recordings have been made of trips, DXN incentive journeys, presentations where we were on stage, and breathtaking places we visited. These are not shop window pictures, but the byproducts of success. They are proof that freedom is not a single moment we reach, but a path we walk every day.
Behind every recording, there are the invisible hours of studying, consulting, content creation, and team building. This is how DXN success becomes tangible, not only in numbers, but in shared moments, shared experiences, and new friendships. Our story is just one example of how you can reach the Crown Ambassador level in DXN in 14 years. Some reach this point faster, with a bigger team and higher income.
But that is not the point. The real question is rather how you want to live and work, and what you want to see at the end of your own story. Your path will certainly be different, with a different pace, different strengths, and a different background. But if you build on knowledge, on giving value, and on long-term thinking, then DXN success can become a reality in your life as well.
If you would like to learn from this mindset, to get to know the practical side of gynotherapy and to build your own knowledge-based DXN business, then you are in the right place. It is not the starting line, but the direction and perseverance that determine how far you get on the steps of the DXN marketing plan, and whether you too can one day say, "For me, this is DXN success."